Now let me give you the overview of Backup Boss. When you activate the plugin, you will see on the left side this new menu, the Backup Boss menu. And the first thing to do would be to go to the settings and just change a couple of things over there. By the way, your Backup Boss comes with those pull-down instructions that will always give you more detail on every aspect of running the program. And when you're just starting, you might want to show all the instructions. Later on, when you're familiar with the program, you can hide all of that and only present the minimalistic interface. So the first thing is to specify your local backup folder, and you can leave it as snapshots. What the program is going to do is protect that folder so that people cannot really access it from the outside. Only the program will be able to do that. Next, the database segment size. Now, this is really important because if the number is way too big and you're running a very slow server, then there is a danger of the command timing out. But 1000 is really very, very low number. That would be the number for shared websites, or rather websites that are on the shared server with 10,000 other websites. I would suggest that you put at least 5,000 for the database segment size. And finally, if you go down here and you select Zip Archive as your compression library, it's a good idea to do so because Zip Archive is better and faster than PCLzip, and it also uses the disk as the temporary memory, whereas PCLzip, which is built into WordPress, uses the memory, which means that with really very large websites, if it runs out of memory, that can be detrimental to the backup process. Once you have done all of that, don't forget to save the settings. The next thing to do is to specify the destinations in order to tell the program where the backups are going to be stored. Amazon S3 is supported, and so is Dropbox, and FTP, SFTP, and finally Google Drive. Now this is very self-explanatory, so what you would need to do is just to click on Add New, depending on the account that you have. Follow the prompts on the screen, and in no time you will set up the destination, which from that moment on is used over and over again to store your backups. And we are ready to create the first snapshot. So go to Add New Snapshot, and we'll give it a name, something that you can use to easily recognize the snapshot that you want to create. The settings that I would use was to include the common files, such as themes, plugins, and the media. Unless you have really big media files such as the videos, in which case it would be a good idea to exclude them, otherwise your backups will tend to become really, really big. Next, we want to include all the database tables most of the time. And finally, don't forget to set up the remote destination. So in my case, I'm going to select Dropbox number 1, and rather than run the immediate backup, which is something that you can always do, I would suggest that you do it once per week. Now, if you set it to once weekly, and then set up the number of local archives to 52, that is going to give you the weekly backups for one entire year. If you then click on Create Snapshot, from this moment on, the program will be very much on autopilot. If you need to restore the backup, that really is a very straightforward operation. You would go to All Snapshots, that is going to list all the snapshots that you have made. Select the one that you want to restore and simply click on Restore, and the program will do the rest.